You know I'm back. Don't worry, because I did one prize pick show. You think the Showdown, Hoedown, the flagship of my channel, is just gonna go away? No, I just did one show, and sure, I might have tipped off the nuts in like all 9 picks and like won a bunch of people a bunch of money, but that don't mean I'm not here for Showdown, because there's still a huge edge to be had, and we're still gonna go at it. Nothing's changing. Okay, I'm going to Vegas this weekend, and I'm gonna throw the dice, and that doesn't mean that I love Showdown any less. A degenerate like me can love many forms of gambling, whether that's prop bets or Showdown or throwing dice. So with that said, we're back. Let's get back into Showdown, and let's keep attacking those advantages and getting some green screens on DraftKings. For all of you that don't know, I am the Degenerate 75. I am a relatively new YouTuber who is building a station largely built around PGA DFS golf. We're also getting into the betting side, and the channel is about to expand once I reach 1,000 subscribers, which is going to be tomorrow, because I know right now I'm like well over 900, and you really enjoy my channel so much, and I've won you so much money over these past 7 weeks that you are just going to go find some random ass person and go get them to subscribe to my channel. I don't give a shit if they ever watch my stuff, ever. I just wanted to say 1,000, so my two MFer friends have to give me a large amount of money for this trip that I'm leaving on in like 36 hours. So let's just get it done. I need like 80 of you to just go get one person to subscribe for me. Get it done. And while you're at it, also tell them to turn on notifications and stuff, because if you don't know, we do the Showdown Hoedown every Friday and Saturday night. That's what you're watching right now for round 3 and round 4. We also do a live week-long stream every Wednesday, of which I will be doing live from Caesar's Palace this upcoming Wednesday for the Scottish Open. And if I'm going to be taking all my shit to Vegas and recording a special live stream for you guys from Las Vegas, you better fucking be there. You better be there. I don't want to hear any excuses. I've got kids, a life, and stuff like that. You get out of there. Get out of my face with that shit. Okay? Be there, please. And also get people to subscribe. So, get me to 1,000. I need you. I am reliable. I never miss any of these shows. Hell, even when I go on vacation, I don't miss these shows or these streams. So all I'm asking is pay it back. If you're not a guy who likes to watch YouTube, go check out the pod form. We're on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all the pods. Go leave me a 5-star review on Apple Pod, and I will put 3 names on this big ass wheel up here. You see this big wheel? Where's it at? Where's it at? No, that way. It's that way. So you do that, you can win Millionaire Maker tickets, and I've been very generous. I'm gonna spin it. Your name gets drawn. You get to make a millionaire ticket with me for the Open Championship. We will split it 50-50. So basically, you're gonna win $500,000 just by going and doing that for me. And I'm gonna help you make it. And if you don't know, I don't suck at this shit. I'm certainly above average at it. I've basically been doing it for an income for 5 years. So like I would at least say I'm average. If your week-long sucks, don't worry. A lot of people, played some donkey chalk and got hurt. Did not like Webb Simpson. Did not like Adam Hadwin. Tried to tell you Wednesday on the stream. So if you're like, man, my week's over. No, it's not, motherfather. The week's just starting because it's Showdown. So let's go make some Showdown lineups. Let's get back your money that you wasted playing donkey chalk this week. And let's get after it. By the way, don't forget, like this video. Leave me a comment down there telling me who's the one guy that screwed your week over. That's my favorite question. Who screwed over your week-long lineups? Do that with your Twitter tag on this. Go retweet me and like me over on Twitter. You'll be in this big-ass drawing. Hold on. This way. This way. I can't fucking point. Don't worry about it. I'm still trying to figure out OBS. It's beyond me. And then Wednesday, I'll probably draw 3-4 names on there, right? Because you can see there's a lot of damn people that retweet my stuff, so there's a lot of names on there, and I don't want it to be like 1 in a million that you win. I want all you motherfathers to win. So I'll probably draw like 4 or 5 names, probably just depend on how many ranch waters I've had at that point to determine how many I draw. So do that for me. We'll get going. Let's go check it out. We're going over to DraftKings. We're going to the lobby. You'd think I'd already have this shit set up. By the way, the round's not even over yet, but it's getting fucking late. It's almost 8 o'clock. It'll probably be 8 o'clock before this video is even up. Let's go check out John Deere round 3 total prizes. They've got the big $15 up tomorrow, and of course, $50,000 to first, $10,000 to second. So I'm going to get second tomorrow. Contest selection, not real great tomorrow. I don't even see the $200 single entry. I see the $100 single entry. I see a $5 single entry. I see the $33 single entry. Oh, there's the $200 single entry. That was a Topo Chico burp, excuse me. And yeah, the contest selection is not really great tomorrow. There's a $5. Okay, there's the $5 drive the green, but it's only $8,000 prize pool. So tomorrow might be, you're never going to really hear me say this because this is a terrible structure. This main flop shot, the $15, a terrible structure. You should not play in it. It is not a good way to preserve your money. But at the same time, if you're really feeling some showdown, you want to get in there, you have some hot takes, some edges. Matter of fact, I think you'll see what I'm going to argue today is really risky at Showdown. So maybe this is the time to punt. Hopefully you have some money because you followed me on those prize picks, or you've maybe spiked a GPP here in the last couple weeks. Maybe this is a good time to be a degenerate and play in a terrible structure tomorrow. If you're not feeling that, which is probably a good thing, that means your brain's working correctly. I'm proud of you. You're growing. Then maybe just try to do one or two lineups and do these single entries down here. But, they just don't have not great tournaments tomorrow. I guess it's the John Deere. So what are you going to do? All right, let's move on. Let's get it. We're going straight into it. Let's talk about today. What's today do? Well, let's check it out. Today on Data Golf, we played at almost 2 shots under par. I was watching a show last night, and this guy said that the course would play about 1.5 shots under par. It would play noticeably easier than the day before. Could you imagine a fucker knowing that just by looking at some stuff? Just looking at the weather report? Be a guy I'd want to follow. Maybe Degenerate 75. I don't know. The wave split, the afternoon actually played just a hair easier. So I went I didn't go all. I went about 75% AM PM this week, and they picked up almost a full shot on the other wave. So that was pretty nice. That was a good move there. Don't regret that. So when I'm looking at round 1 played over par and round 2 played 1.84, well, I want to know how is tomorrow going to play, because that tells us a lot about how we need to structure our lineups and make our picks at Showdown. So what's the first thing we should check? Hey, new guy, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. What's the first thing we should check if we want to know how the course is going to play? Come on, I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, nope, that ain't it. That's definitely not it. We always go check the weather and wind. You fucking new guys suck at this stuff. Every time I ask, you never get it right. Tomorrow, well, first of all, let's look at today. Today was chill as fuck, and we had that weird little, I don't know if it was a lightning delay or rain delay. I was getting all my shit ready for Vegas, but I know it was delayed, and then I know they came back out and they still lit up the course, so it was super benign today. Tomorrow looks even more benign. Conditions are going to be super soft, super slow. It's going to be easy. They're going to tear this course apart tomorrow. There's no wind. The course, it's not going to get too hot. I think they got a little bit of rain today, so I would expect to see somewhere in the negative 1.5 to negative 2 shots below zero course average. And you're going to have all the slap dicks off the course because, there's this thing called the cut. So you're going to have a lot of those guys gone. It wouldn't be surprising me if the course plays a full 2 shots under tomorrow. A lot of it will probably have to do with where they put the flags, but that information won't be out for a little bit because the PGA has to wait for the round to end, and then they'll put it out. So we don't have time for that shit because, you guys need your information. You're like crack addicts. All right, so that's the weather. It's pretty simple. Let's go look at who we might want to play today. Go over here. Once again, the leaderboard's still going, so some of these guys aren't even through their 18 holes, and hopefully I didn't click anybody that is going to miss the cut. Like you can see, I've only selected guys that are T55 and higher because that's who's going to make the cut. The cut's going to be -3 if you don't know. And the first thing you want to look at, well, you can go look at all rounds, and I think that's a good idea, maybe to kind of see who's ball striking, because Saturday ownership, people have gotten a lot savvier as to what to do. People aren't just always playing the leaders now. People aren't just always playing guys that are ball striking. They're getting pretty savvy. Like, I don't want to give myself too much credit, but I mean, I do run the Showdown Hoedown, and I think I have helped a lot of people get smarter. And, even if just 500 people are listening to what I say, that's going to have a huge effect on ownership. And so you almost might have to start doing the opposite of kind of what you're thinking. So like JT Poston in the past, I'd say he's going to be 35% tomorrow. He's playing so great. He's in first place. He is affordable a price, and he will be semi-chalky. But I'm thinking like chalky is going to be relative, maybe more like 20 to 25% on somebody like JT Poston. If I had to guess where people are really going to be tomorrow, they're going to spend their salary. And the problem is, by the way, these are round 1 salaries up here behind me, because round 3 is still not loaded up on Fantasy National. They've only been out for 5 hours. How could you get that loaded? So these salaries, they may be a little bit higher than this, but they're close enough to get the fucking point. Okay, work with me here. I'm trying to get this out for you. Chill out. So people are going to spend their salary. And when people spend their salary, there's just not many guys that made the cut that you can spend your salary on. You can't spend it on Hadwin. You can't spend it on Day. You can't spend it on Webb. So like, who are you going to spend your money on? So naturally, people are just going to gravitate towards the top here. Tigala, Denny, Mav, CH3, Hardy, Stallings. I'm assuming Hardy's going to make the cut. He was making a big rally last I looked, although it looks like he just gave one back on 16. Stallings, Patrick Rogers, motherfucker, luck sacking SOB. If you played him, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. That's lucky donkey chalk. If he doesn't make that hole in one, he misses the cut. But instead he gets a hole in, whatever. Well, I knew it was coming. Okay, dumbass. Cameron Davis. People are going to spend their money on these guys. So all of these guys are going to be naturally inflated, not necessarily because they're great plays or not necessarily because they're ball striking, and they're certainly not big names because there are no big names at this fucking tournament. Why they're going to be is because people are going to spend their salary. So when you're up here, I would basically say from, let's just say Adam Long up, and I might have missed some other guys that might have made the cut, but these were just some guys I selected. I would implore you to maybe pick 4 of those, 9 or 10 guys there. Only pick about 4 of those guys. And you can pick even less than that, but at some point you got to spend your salary on somebody, right? So I would make your stance. Go find which one really tickles your fancy, and then just play the shit out of them. Pick 4 of them, and just make sure you have 3 of those guys in every one of your lineups. That's just, or 2 of it, however you want to do it. But like, you're gonna want to spend your salary. I strongly encourage you to not leave $3,000 on the table tomorrow. I'll never agree with that. Maybe 800, maybe 1,000, but like, you know, depending on what kind of player you're leaving behind to do that, that may be not the best idea. So that's who's going to be chalky tomorrow. Guys over 8,700, not for any other reason than there's just no one to spend your fucking salary on. That's it. That's why they'll be popular tomorrow. So we need to go sift through this. And I am going to encourage you, when you're going to look at stats, whether that's on Data Golf or on Fantasy National, go look at round 2. Round 2 is going to be stats that are going to be much more relevant to what we need to look at and what we need to know. And some guys some things to look at. Well, first of all, for round 2, the thing I care the most about is approach. Okay, like I see Ryan Moore killed it on approach today. His ball striking was off the chart, and that's probably going to make him a little popular. But Ryan Moore kind of sucks, and Ryan Moore's coming off a good round. And if Ryan Moore's even going to be like 15% owned, that makes me want to vomit. I will never play a 15% owned Ryan Moore, even though his ball striking was elite today. I'll just have to get it. There's really the problem with Saturday Showdown is there's literally no way to get a vibe on what ownership will be on some random slapdick like Ryan Moore. So it's really just a guessing game. If you think Ryan Moore might sneak in under the radar, well, then he's a great play because he's kind of checking all the boxes of somebody who played perfect in these easy scoring conditions today and somebody who's played well at this course before. And, he kind of is exactly what you're looking for. However, he's not what you're looking for because he's Ryan Moore and he fucking sucks, and he's coming off of a great round. And if we know anything, it's hard to follow up good rounds. But I will give one caveat to that. I always say that, but if there's ever a time it's easy to follow up a good round, it would be at the John Deere, right? Because there's just so many birdie opportunities. There's so few chances to get in real trouble at this course that, there's probably 4 holes where you can make a bogey, but then there's probably, 10 holes that are very easy to make birdies on. And then the other 4 are kind of like neutral holes. I'll tell you what really stuck out to me. So I'm getting ahead of myself. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, degenerate. Other guys that just killed it on approach today that nobody will be on, Aaron Baddeley, Kevin Streelman, which, by the way, Kevin Streelman is almost exactly the kind of player I think of somebody who would just kill a course like this. I was thinking that in week long, but I was just like, he fucking sucks here. So I didn't play him, but he does. Dylan Wu made a really nice rally to make the cut on the number. And we know that if there's one thing we know about Saturday ownership, slapdicks who barely make the cut on the number go severely under-owned. He will be out there at the earliest in the morning in the softest, best conditions you'll see all day. These are just guys that maybe you want to look at for a punt. Charles Howell, he had great approach today, but I'm just telling you, I don't like Charles Howell. I know he shot well today. I just don't like him in Birdie Fest. I just feel like he has a severe upside because he's just not aggressive enough to go pin seeking. That's just my opinion on him. It'll never change. Now, is he a greens and regulation machine? Yeah. Am I going to bet the shit out of him on Prize Picks tomorrow? Yeah, because he's probably going to go 17 out of 18 in greens and regulation and still only make 4 birdies. Fucker. All right, Maverick McNeely actually kind of got his ball striking figured out today, and he dominated putting the first day. You put those 2 things together, he could be amazing. Callum Tarren and Preston Stanley both had amazing approaches today, and nobody's going to be on them. I mean, they're both, especially Preston Stanley. No one's going to play him. He was amazing today, except at putting. That's the kind of guy I want to see, and I know he's 55th. No one's even going to be looking at him. Most people never even heard of that motherfather, so he's probably going to be a pretty good play. So other things you can look at. What about some guys that really shit the bed today? Well, Patrick Rogers. He shit the bed today. You know why? Because he fucking sucks. That's why he shit the bed. Patrick Rogers I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, he's the one guy I'm definitely playing tomorrow. You know why? Because F him. because he is donkey chalk and he deserves to be mush. So I'm going to play the hell out of Patrick Rogers just to destroy your week-long lineups, you donkey chalk playing MFer. Okay, I'm sorry. You Patrick Rogers and Rory, it's a weird thing. I'll be the first to admit. I probably should seek help. I have a weird relationship with those two. Other dudes that weren't so great around the greens, because, you know, like, why do I care so much about this? If they were giving it away around the greens in a single round of Showdown, you're not worried about around the greens because they're going to be hitting all their greens and regulations and have millions of birdie putts. If they're trying to get up and down all around, they ain't going to be in a winning lineup anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. All right. Other guys that were terrible around the greens: Stallings, Cam Davis, Zach Johnson, Callan Tarrant, Brandon Wu, not to be confused with Dylan, don't be racist, and Aaron Badley. These guys were all giving away around the greens. These are things that I want to see because that is going to keep people off of them. Why? Because it kept their overall score down today. So people aren't going to say, oh, they played so good yesterday, I got to play them tomorrow. They're just not going to be thinking that way because they're just going to look at their total score and say, oh, they spun their wheels, they're not any good. But if they spun their wheels because it was around the green, that is what I want to see. So those are guys I'm looking at. Now, let me get to my big takeaway. When I sort by salary here, I got to tell you, when you get to 7,000 and lower, I found so many punts that are just delicious to me. I've never found so many guys where I'm like, wow, okay. And if you want to play like, I'm not playing those guys below 7,000, they suck. Man, everybody in this tournament sucks. The guys that are 6,500 right now and the guys that are 9,500 are literally like that far apart on the golf spectrum. Like, let's not play. So this is a great opportunity to go play these guys down here. They're going to be low owned, who basically have the exact same upside as Scott Stallings and Patrick Rogers and Nick Hardy. Come on, like we're not talking freaking Tiger Woods here. Pump the brakes. So some guys that really jumped off the map to me, 7,000 and below. I already talked about Callum Tarrant. Chesson Hadley, he's really been catching my eye. He's been popping a lot on these weekends. His stats aren't that great. I'm just telling you, Chesson Hadley can get razor hot, and he's been doing it for the last few weeks. Grayson Sigg is ball striking the hell out of it. Steven Yeager, a lot of these I'm sorting by round too, but Steven Yeager, if you go look at all rounds here, all rounds, not round one, you go look, a lot of these guys are really popping down here. Let me get my thing back up. You go look at Steven Yeager, ball striking like an SOB, just not putting, right? You go look at Austin Cook and Michael Thompson, great on approach. Brandon Wu, ball striking. Adam Badley, ball striking. Sunyol No, ball striking. Seth Reeves, ball striking. Dylan Wu, Martin Traynor, Preston Stanley. These are all some disgusting plays, but because they're disgusting, they're going to be 2%, and these are the guys you're going to have to try to ship the $15, $50,000 event tomorrow. You're going to have some of these punts. So if you want to know what my strategy is going to be, I'm going to pick my 4 guys up here I like, and then I'm just going to put them in 75% of my lineups, and then I'm going to probably just mix and match them with a whole bunch of studs I like down here. Are there more guys I like than what I'm showing you? Yes, because I don't fucking give picks. You go do your own research. I'm trying to tell you a way to look through it because I'm trying to teach you how to fish and not give you the fish. If you want me to give you picks, I'm not going to do it. Maybe I'll start a tout site one day called Fuck Off, It's Not Happening. So we have talked about guys that I like. A couple other things I want to check real quick. Round 3 scores. Let's go see them. This one is what I got clicked here. It's not even up. What are we doing? Could have swore I already had this up and ready. I was trying to be prepared. And it's not up. So, easy scoring conditions. I want to see guys that are good at easy scoring conditions. And who are these guys? Well, let's go see. Who's best at birdie or better scoring conditions and easy scoring conditions? Michael Thompson, Patrick Rogers, JT Poston, Emiliano Grillo, Maverick McNeely, Denny McCarthy, Taylor Moore. Oh, yeah, Taylor Moore might be a sneaky good one. I'm going to mark him real quick. So he's like, sometimes they might not be popping in the stats, but you go look at these peripheral stats, and all of a sudden they pop up. Matthias Schwab. That's kind of why I played him, by the way, this week and week long. Got a lot of people on him. Hank Lebioda. These are some things to consider. And then the other one I wanted to look at, let's see, round 3 scores. Yeah. Where's round 3? Where you at, fool? Oh, this is round 3. El Stupido. All right, here we go. Guys that are good at round 3 scoring, Brennan Todd, Kevin Strillman. That's twice he's popped up. Bazatenhout, Maverick McNeely. That's 3 times he's popped up. Denny, 3 times he's popped up. Grillo, James Hahn, Brandon Wu, that's twice. Brandon who? Wu. Vincent Whaley, Aaron Baddeley popped up again. These, I'm just saying, these are some things to consider whenever you're making your picks tomorrow. look at how many guys you like, and then let that determine how many lineups you play. If you go through and you select 30 guys, you should probably be playing 150 lineups. If you can't afford 150 lineups, well, then start shaving down your player pool. If you go through and you only select 8 guys, maybe do like a 3 max or something. That's what I would tell you to do. I've already told you who's going to be the most popular tomorrow. The most popular guys are going to be Tagala, McCarthy, Maverick McNeely, all these guys up here. Anybody that's expensive that made the cut is going to be super popular simply because people are going to spend their salary. That's it. Not for any other reason than that. So that's why basically you can assume almost all these guys are going to be 20+% tomorrow. So if you want to play them, I encourage you, I implore you to at least get them in 40 to 50% of your lineups. Every single one of those guys you select, or you're just not going to have enough leverage on them to really see any gains in a large scale GPP. The pivots are going to be, for me, they're going to be all those punts that I talked about down at the bottom, but I'm sure there's some other guys that made the cut that might be sneaky. A guy like CT Pan after his round today is going to be super popular, so that's a guy that I'm cool pivoting off of. Adams Finson's going to be super popular. I'll be pivoting off of him, especially because just at their salary, it's just so easy to get to those guys. Those aren't guys I'm interested in because they're coming off of great rounds. Matter of fact, let's go check out round 2. If you want a quick list of guys that I will not be playing, Maverick McNeely, Matthias Schwab, Brennan Todd, CT Pan, Denny McCarthy, all these big names, JT Poston, that had big rounds today, I'm probably not going to play. Maybe JT Poston, because I'm almost starting to get those vibes of like Kim a couple years ago when he just went and won this thing by like 10 shots. I'm starting to get those vibes from him. So in conclusion, the one guy I'm definitely playing is Patrick Rogers because F that guy. And the one guy I am definitely not playing, who is the one guy I'm definitely not playing? I am definitely not going to play... Goddard will be popular as shit tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not playing Chris Goddard. He'll probably go wreck it again, but he was amazing today. He got tons of TV time. They did the little story about how he got in because he wrote a letter, so people eat that shit up. I'm not eating Chris Goddard up, Chalk. Yes, I know he's awesome. I know he's going to be a future star. That's just not for me. You play him if you want. I don't give a shit. All right, guys. That is it. I think I kept it. Oh, no, I tried to be under 20 minutes. You got to do me a favor. I'm going to do a prize pick show later tonight. You should come check that out. Also, you need to go leave me that comment. Who screwed over your week-long lineups? Like this video, turn on your notifications, and most importantly, go get me 80 subs by tomorrow night. Okay? 80 subs by tomorrow night. Or I will go to Subway and eat 80 subs, and you don't want me to do that before Vegas. So, go get that done for me. Make sure to be here tomorrow for round 4 Showdown Hoedown, and it'll win some money. And make sure when you win to shoot me those screenshots so I can go retweet them and give you a shout out, man. That's cool when you win money. Winning at GPPs is freaking hard. That's why nobody hardly ever wins at them. I appreciate you guys coming by. I will be seeing you tomorrow. So much going on in the next week. Support your man. Help me grow. Let's get this done. I hope you enjoy my outro. We'll see you next time.